Why is it that the man who says the least is the one everyone watches the most? Why does the one who doesn't beg, doesn't post, doesn't chase, always seem to be the one they crave the hardest? It's because silence, discipline, and presence are the loudest forces in a world addicted to noise. And if you're tired of being overlooked, tired of being the one who always gives, who always waits, who always hopes, then this isn't just another video. It's the blueprint you've been needing. Because the truth is, the world doesn't reward noise. It rewards power. Stoic power. And the man who becomes unshakable, who lives by principles, not reactions, becomes the one they can't forget. You don't need to yell to be heard. You don't need to prove to be prioritized. You just need to live differently. So if you're ready to stop waiting, stop begging, and start living like the man you were built to become, these 6 Stoic rules will change your life. Let's begin. Rule 1. Speak rarely, act precisely. In a world that rewards those who overshare, the man who holds his tongue becomes a mystery, and mystery is magnetic. Every time you speak, you give away power, unless what you're saying moves people. The Stoics taught that speech should be purposeful, few, and calm. Don't waste your words trying to be understood by those committed to misunderstanding you. Instead, master the art of letting your actions be your voice. Marcus Aurelius didn't need applause. He needed clarity, and he wrote to himself, not the world, to sharpen his own sword. Speak only to cut through confusion, never to chase validation. And remember this: the man who needs to be loud has no center, but the one who's solid on the inside never needs to convince the outside. Rule 2. Detach from outcomes. This is one of the hardest truths to swallow, and the most freeing once it's lived. Most men suffer not because of what happens, but because they cling to what should have happened. Stoicism teaches us that peace begins the moment we stop demanding from the world and start mastering our response to it. You wanted her to stay. She left. You wanted them to see your worth. They ignored it. You wanted that opportunity. It slipped. So what now? Do you collapse? Do you whine? Or do you walk forward with your chin up, as if it all happened for you, not to you? A Stoic doesn't fold because of rejection. He sharpens. You'll know you're growing when you stop needing the story to go your way and start showing up powerfully no matter which way it goes. She'll notice. They'll all notice. Because the most dangerous man is the one who keeps building with or without applause. Rule 3. Embrace voluntary discomfort. While most are chasing ease, the Stoic embraces the hard path. Not because he enjoys suffering, but because he knows that discomfort creates durability. Seneca would sleep on the floor, wear rough clothes, and eat simple meals to remind himself that comfort is an illusion and power comes from preparation. And in today's world, comfort has become a silent killer. Every easy choice, every skipped discipline, every moment of delay compounds into weakness. Want to be respected? Choose the cold shower. Wake up early. Hit the gym even when no one's watching. Walk away from the quick dopamine. Because every act of discomfort you endure today becomes armor you wear tomorrow. And when life tests you, when she tests you, you won't flinch. Because you weren't playing soft when it was easy. You were becoming hard when no one asked you to. Rule 4. Control your reactions or be controlled by them. This one separates boys from men. Anyone can explode, anyone can panic, but only the disciplined can remain still in chaos. Picture this. You're insulted, mocked, dismissed. Your old self? You'd react. You'd text back paragraphs, you'd raise your voice. But the new you pause, you breathe. You walk away or smile because you understand something powerful. Reacting is easy. Restraint is power. Epictetus said it best. We cannot control what happens, only how we respond. And when you stop being ruled by moods and start responding with calm, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is power. The people who tried to provoke you, they won't know what to do with your silence. And that silence will speak louder than anything you could have said. If you've made it this far, then you're not average. You're not soft. You're not like them. You're building something real. Type unshakable in the comments if you're committed to building inner strength that no one can touch. And if you want more of this, hit subscribe. Because the world needs more silent storms. Rule 5. Make decisions based on values, not feelings. Feelings change, principles don't. The man who chases feelings will destroy everything, his money, his peace, his relationships. Because feelings don't care about the future. But Stoic values, they build legacies. You feel tired, but your value says, show up. You feel jealous, but your value says, rise, don't compare. You feel tempted, but your value says, discipline over desire. And every time you choose value over feeling, you become a little more rare, a little more magnetic, a little more untouchable. The men who inspire aren't the ones who did what felt good. They're the ones who did what was hard, especially when no one was watching. So what are your values? What code do you live by? Because without that, you're not free. You're a puppet pulled by the strings of mood, lust, and fear. But with it, you become a man no one can move. Rule 6. Don't chase, attract. This final one, it will sting, but it will save your life. Chasing isn't strength, it's scarcity. Every time you run after someone who's unsure about you, you teach them that your time, your heart, your presence is cheap. A Stoic doesn't beg. He builds. He doesn't flood her phone. He floods his purpose. He doesn't prove. He improves. And by doing so, he becomes the type of man who is prioritized, not pitied. Think of the great leaders, thinkers, warriors. They didn't run after anything. They created gravity. And gravity pulls. So if she left, if they overlooked you, if you feel unseen, good. Now build in silence. Become undeniable. Let them look back one day and realize they never had access to the real you, only the early draft. You are not here to be chosen. You are here to become a man that only the wise recognize early. And when you move like that, you won't just be remembered, you'll be respected. Now, I said there were 6 rules, but if you've stayed with me this far, you deserve the truth. There are actually 8. Think of the next 2 as your bonus, the ones most men never even discover. Rule 7. Speak less, say more. You've probably heard it said, silence is power. But that's only half the truth. True power isn't just in being quiet. It's in choosing when to speak and when to stay still. A weak man talks too much. He overshares. He overexplains. He seeks validation in the noise. But the Stoic, he understands that every word is a currency, and when you spend too much, it loses value. So he speaks only when it's necessary, and only when it's true. He doesn't need to convince you, charm you, or prove his worth with words. His presence speaks first. His actions echo after. And his silence, that silence makes people lean in. That's how kings move. That's how warriors command a room. So if they misunderstand you, let them. If they mock your stillness, smile. Because in a world addicted to noise, the one who holds his tongue holds his power. You weren't made to be loud. You were made to be listened to when it matters. If this is your season of silence and building, drop rise in the comments. And if you're done proving and ready to start becoming, make sure you subscribe. Because what's coming next? It'll make sense only to those who stayed. Rule 8. Delay gratification. Embrace the long war. This one is brutal, but it's the separator. The modern world will feed you shortcuts. Fast fame, quick fixes, cheap love. But every shortcut comes with a price, your soul. A Stoic man plays the long game. He doesn't crave the immediate reward. He craves the eternal result. He knows that muscle is forged in the slow reps. That respect is built in silence. That legacy is carved with consistency, not speed. When he's tired, he trains anyway. When no one's watching, he still delivers. When pleasure calls, he pauses and asks, "Does this serve the man I'm becoming?" That's the kind of discipline most men will never touch. But you're not most men. You're not here for comfort. You're here to conquer yourself. That woman who left, that friend who doubted, that world that overlooked you. Good. Let them. Because while they chase quick hits, you're building slow fire. And when your time comes, and it will, they won't just see you. They'll feel you. And when the world tries to pull you into weakness, remember, speak rarely. Detach deeply. Endure voluntarily. React calmly. Choose values. Attract, never chase, delay gratification. These are more than principles. They are shields forged in silence and sharpened through suffering. They are the armor of the man who refuses to be broken, the code of the one who's no longer distracted by noise or derailed by emotion. Because at the end of the day, Stoicism isn't about pretending nothing matters. It's about realizing what truly does, and building a life that reflects that. You weren't born to be a slave to chaos, to validation, or to her approval. You were built to rule yourself. And in a world where everyone else is chasing, shouting, reacting, and collapsing under their impulses, you stand still. That stillness is your strength. That self-possession is your legacy. That quiet dominance is why they'll remember you, not for how loud you were, but for how grounded you stayed when everything else was shaking. If you're serious about building something real, something no one can take from you, type "build" in the comments right now. And if you're ready to keep walking the real path, the hard one, the good one, make sure you subscribe.